Next story.
nytimes.com. Jerry Falwell returns from dead, vows to destroy film and porn industries. Damien Thorne.
3 to 4 minutes.
The late televangelist Jerry Falwell has inexplicably returned from the beyond, vowing to drown out the world of sinful cinema with a flood of AI-generated films. Flanked by a team of ethical hackers funded by his redoubtable Moral Majority Foundation, Falwell declared war on Hollywood and the adult film industry at a press conference yesterday.
The forces of Hollywood and the adult film industry have been pumping filth into our homes for far too long, boomed Falwell, his voice shaking with the fervor and fanatical zeal of a man who has been on fire for 16 years. But fear not, my flock, for technology, that double-edged sword of Satan, has finally been wielded for good. I have been given this second chance to set things right.
Falwell's plan involves unleashing a torrent of AI-generated films into theaters and onto streaming platforms, flooding the market with so much content of all kinds that normal productions become financially untenable. Dramas, comedies, action films and even pornography will be auto-created in an unceasing flood until the marginal value of all film productions is effectively zero. This will force those employed in the godless endeavor of creating this filth to move to more wholesome employment, Falwell shouted at a recent rally.
However, not everyone is applauding Falwell's crusading comeback. Critics point out the ethical quagmire of using AI to destroy industries that employ tens of thousands of people, and whose downstream spending supports hundreds of thousands. Others question the wisdom of relying on the same man who once likened the Teletubbies to a homosexual agenda to wield any sort of power over others' entertainment.
Meanwhile, industry insiders are watching with amusement. Honestly, the biggest threat to Hollywood right now is inflation, not some AI-powered flea market of films, quipped a studio executive, who donned the cowl of anonymous coward to speak freely. Reverend Falwell has no idea what it takes to create a film that people actually want to watch. I await his cinematic efforts with resignation and amusement.
Despite the doubts, Falwell remains undeterred. His team of cyber evangelists is reportedly working tirelessly to crack the ethical guardrails of generative AI models like Sora, while simultaneously seeking out less scrupulous AI companies willing to generate content that would make even the devil blush, or, more accurately, cackle approvingly.
As for the adult film industry, their response was a collective shrug. "Honey, we've seen it all," said a veteran performer, dropping heavily onto a couch after completing the day's shoots. "If some robot wants to try its hand at adult content, more power to it. We've been living in a post-scarcity world as far as porn is concerned since the internet became a thing. If this market has a saturation point, I haven't seen it."
Falwell's former colleagues at Liberty University refused to comment on his new endeavor, but a former alumnus was sorrowful. "He's desperate and insane," said Mary Agnes Miller. "Anyone would be after suffering in hell for a decade. I will continue to pray for him and his ultimate success."